Today I went to my local garden center, Green Acres Nursery, and picked up a few items, and in the process decided to start transplanting all the items in the yard that I decided I wanted to move. The first one being that arborvitae, which was in the flower box and had been completely burned. I pulled all the dead off of the back and put the pretty side facing forward. This plant should get a ton more shade and maybe be more protected in the late afternoon instead of getting nailed by the sun in the late afternoon. I also dug up the candy corn spirea that I wanted to move into more sun because I wasn't happy with the way it was performing, and I placed it over to this side of the yard. Purple pillar Rosa Sharon, candy corn spirea right behind it. This spot should get a ton more sun. It's gonna look really pretty here. I'm not positive what I'm gonna put over here to replace the candy corn. I'm thinking I might just move some of the bearded iris into that space, but we will see what happens there. I also went ahead and grabbed one of the Russian sages that I had next to the house and planted it in this pot. This is the pot where I put the mint julep topiary and had potato vine and wave petunias in last year, and they looked beautiful, but the pot just didn't stay wet enough. So I figured a drought tolerant plant like a Russian sage would do really well here, and when it flops it might look like a waterfall and be pretty. So that was my thought on that one. What I picked up today at Green Acres is the sizzling pink fringe flower or Loropetalum, and it is gonna get about 6 feet tall and 5 feet wide. I figure it's gonna look really good here. I specifically picked this one for the multi-trunk nature on the bottom because I wanted to put some sort of evergreen multi-trunk looking plant right here that would sit under the Chinese pistache but create some interest, and with the green foliage and the pink flowers, I think this is going to look really beautiful in the spring and look wonderful in the winter. While at Green Acres this morning, I purchased 2 additional plants. This is the Perfecto Mundo double white azalea, so reblooming. I plan to put this in the front yard along our pathway to our door. And I purchased a sky pencil holly also to put near our front door. The reblooming azaleas are supposed to do really well with more sun, and I have a spot that gets some afternoon shade, and the sky pencil will be nearby, but it gets a lot more sun, and I think these 2 plants will look a lot better than the plants that are currently near the entrance to my house. Right here next to the garage and the pathway to the front door, I have 2 lilies that I think look horrible all the time. So I'm going to put the sky pencil here and the azalea there and see how that works out. If I like the azalea, I might try and put one more on the other side of the irrigation. Lily number 1 is out of the ground. It has so much dead foliage and I could never get it all out. It would stick so intensely into the base of the plant. So I'm going to say goodbye to this lily. And here's my spot. I'm going to amend with a little Sure Start and a little patio plus premium sorbet. I have planted the sky pencil holly right here. It's going to get nice and tall, cover this wall, a nice vertical element. And then I replace the other set of lilies with this double white Perfecto Mundo azalea, and it should get a good amount of sun and produce a nice size. It's supposed to get 3 by 3. Nice size azalea can keep in this space pretty nicely with some pretty flowers, I'm hoping, and a repeat bloomer on top of it. Since I'm at the front door, I wanted to show you this beautiful camellia. It's so gorgeous every year, this beautiful pink flower. I have 2 more camellias, and this one is also just a gorgeous flower. Look at that. I do love the way it looks. These trees plants are super, super old, and this one in particular is limping along. It's had huge holes in it for a while, so I don't know how much longer it's going to survive, but I really do love these flowers. Look how vibrant that is. And the last thing I purchased today was this plastic pot that kind of has a bit of a concrete look to it. It's nice and tall, and we wanted to do something. Maybe this didn't make as much of a statement as we wanted, and so we've been looking for a pot to put here. This was affordable at $110 for the size, so we're gonna put that here, and next thing to figure out is what to put in it, but it'll look really beautiful. I'm thinking something cascading off of it might look nice. It'll contrast really well with the topiary pots that I recently purchased, and that I just transplanted my boxwood topiaries into and the euonymus topiary into. Thank you for joining me for my garden journey.